My mother gave away my college fund to her boyfriend of 3 months, and her response when I confronted her changed everything I thought about our relationship. I always knew my mom struggled with money as a single mother raising me after my dad died when I was 4. She worked 2 jobs just to keep us afloat. I never had the latest clothes or tech, but we managed. What I didn't know was that behind her exhausted smile she was building something for me in secret. Since I was born, my grandparents had been putting money aside for my college education. When they passed away 5 years ago, they left nearly $60,000 in a trust for me. My mom became the trustee until I turned 21. I only discovered this fund existed last year when I found an old statement while helping mom organize her paperwork. I was speechless. All those years I'd worked part-time jobs to save for college, and there was already a plan in place. Mom seemed uncomfortable when I brought it up, but assured me the money was safe. That's your future, honey. I would never touch it. 3 months ago, she met Ryan through a dating app. He was charming, attentive, and always brought her little gifts. I was happy for her. Porton, she deserved love after being alone for so long, but something felt off. He never had money for dinner but drove a nice car. He was always between jobs but took my mom on weekend trips. Last week, I received an email notification about unusual activity on the trust account. When I logged in, my heart stopped. The balance was $826.3. Under $59,000 was gone, withdrawn over the past 2 months. I confronted my mom that night, my hands shaking as I showed her the bank statements. Her face fell, but instead of the shame or regret I expected, her expression hardened. Ryan needed it for his business venture. It's a guaranteed return. Pardon, will double the money in 6 months. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You gave my college fund to a guy you've known for 3 months. For some rich, quick scheme? You don't understand how hard I've had it, she snapped. I've given up everything for you. This is the first time someone has taken care of me. That's when it hit me. The weird comments she'd made over the years about all she'd sacrificed for me. The guilt trips when I wanted to attend a college out of state. The way she'd say things like, after everything I've done for you, whenever we disagreed. Did you ever actually want me? I whispered, tears streaming down my face. She didn't answer, but her silence said everything. I packed a bag that night and called my dad's sister parent, an aunt I barely knew because mom had always kept us distant from my father's family. When I explained what happened, she immediately offered me her guest room. Your father left you money too, she told me. Your mom refused to let us tell you. We'd been adding to it every year on your birthday. 3 days later, Ryan disappeared with what was left of my college fund. My mom called me crying, begging me to come home, saying she'd made a terrible mistake. I stayed with my aunt. Yesterday, I received a letter from my mom. She wrote that she'd always resented how my birth had trapped her in a life she never wanted. She admitted she'd spent small amounts from my fund over the years for herself, justifying it as repayment for raising me as I start college next month with the help of my father's family. I am learning that family isn't always who raises you. Sometimes it's the people who were kept from you all along. And sometimes the most important relationship you can salvage isn't with someone who is supposed to love you unconditionally. Paired, it's with yourself.